Up north in Jefferson County, teens are suffering the consequences of an opioid invasion as sex traffickers have begun using addictive heroin to coerce and control children no older than your average high schooler. Like so many other areas of New York, the county is battling increased deaths due to unintentional overdoses. In the past decade alone, the Watertown Daily Times reports that the number of opioid-related deaths has grown almost 8-fold. We join Public Eye's Jeff Cole and Chief Assistant District Attorney Christina Mills to talk about the trafficking and addiction robbing children of their futures.
So the governor has called the heroin problem an epidemic in New York State. Do you agree with that? Is it an epidemic in Jefferson County?
It's absolutely an epidemic. I've been prosecuting these cases for 19 years now, and we've seen a huge increase in heroin, probably over the last 5 years, particularly in the last year or two. Seen an increase in heroin overdoses, an increase in deaths related to heroin. Probably 9 out of the 10 drug cases that we prosecute now are heroin cases.
Give me a comparison. What was it like when maybe 5 years ago, and what is it like now? 5 years ago, what did you see? Now you see what?
5 years ago, we were prosecuting mostly cocaine cases, mostly crack cocaine cases. And we would have a smattering of heroin cases. It wasn't unheard of. 10 years ago, it was even more rare. Now, as I said, it's 9 out of 10 cases, and the prices of heroin have gone down dramatically because of that. I believe it's also a drug of choice because it's highly addictive. Once you get addicted to heroin, it's very difficult to get off. So a lot of people that use heroin end up using it for long periods of time.
How big of a problem do you think it is in our high schools?
I haven't seen a lot of that coming out of the high schools yet. I anticipate that it's going to be a big problem. We have received intelligence that it is showing up at high school parties, that high school kids are using, but we haven't developed a lot of statistics on that yet.
That's scary to you?
Absolutely.
Why?
I have a high school-age daughter. It just affects everybody, and it really ruins people's lives, and it ruins families. I've seen, perfectly good, healthy families with a child that gets addicted, and the whole family goes down the tubes trying to save the child.
So what, in your opinion, as long as we focus on the schools, what has to happen within the schools to combat this?
I think there has to be some very, very serious education for the children, educating them how addictive heroin is and how easily they can overdose on heroin. I think you need to put fear into them because this is a very fearful drug. It is a drug that should be feared. In fact, it's one of the worst drugs I can think of out there.
You see a correlation or a connection between different crimes and heroin, and one of those crimes is prostitution. That raises eyebrows when you talk about a prostitution problem in Watertown. Is there one? And is it because of heroin?
There is an extremely serious prostitution problem right now in Watertown. We're seeing it throughout all the hotels. There has been a significant increase in prostitution activity here. And it's not the typical prostitution activity that you would expect, girls standing outside of street corners. It's all internet driven. And it is a very, very significant problem. And I would say 3/4 of the prostitutes that we've dealt with have all been heroin addicts. Kids that are from good families are going to high school parties and they're trying it and they're getting hooked, and the next thing you know, they're down, in another city prostituting themselves trying to get more heroin. And we've seen that. And what's happening is these pimps are getting these girls either hooked on heroin or exploiting a heroin addiction, getting the girls to go out and prostitute themselves. The pimps are taking all of their money, and they're just paying them in a few bags of heroin here and there to keep them high. So the pimps are basically making tons of money.
So that's a whole nother level of this. I mean, if you have heroin and that's a problem, and that'll shock people, then when you talk about prostitution, and that'll shock people, These are big city problems. What is this doing in Watertown?
They are big city problems, but we are really developing a lot of big city problems, and the heroin epidemic is just fueling the fire.